We have, just like I said, the delegations given to us from our Papa Kantanka. So, without much ado, I would like to invite Dr. Owusu-Badu to give us a speech. Oh, okay. So please, let's give it out to him. I forgot the name. Help me. Lawyer Owusu-Badu. Oh, you can do better. If you know you're a lawyer, you're going to help us.
Hello. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chairman, I thank you for your opening remarks. You were so touching. Doctor, I've forgotten, from University of Ghana, right? My Honorable General Secretary, Dr. Kwadwo Safo, my Honorable Secretary of the Council of Elders of the Church, who is also an educationist, who works with the Ghana Education Service, Mr. Kwadwo Safo, who is the pastor for the Accra branch of Kristo Asafo, our Executive Secretary, who is also a doctor, Owusu-Badu is the Executive Secretary of the Kristo Asafo Mission of Ghana. Dr. Prajenfi, yes, I realize you've written so many books. How are you able to do that? Writing is so difficult. Just as the Honorable Chairman said, it's not an easy task at all. But some of you have got a flair and you wake up and you are writing. How is it done? I think we need to learn so that all of us can also begin to write and write in a manner that will also impact the lives of our reading public. Honorable Chairman, I'm here to give some remarks about the great man, Apostle Professor Emeritus Engineer Kwadwo Safo. I wish I could give my speech in Cree, but the protocol has been set and it looks as if today is a night for English language. The good old man who always like to speak Cree. Apostle Kwadwo Safo, now everybody knows him as Kantanka because of the vehicle, right? Yeah, he's somebody I would say God in his infinite wisdom decided to bless Ghana and Africa with, because he's not the normal person we all know. He's a bit different, very unique in his way of doing things. And there is nothing under the sun that can deter him from doing a particular thing. I remember the first time he wanted to manufacture a car engine. He told us, in fact, I met him in the year 1990 when I was a student at University of Ghana. And I came home one day and met him with just an engine block. An old, very, very old engine block, which you cannot use for anything. And he was sitting by the engine block. So we got there to greet him. And when we greeted him, he told us that he will manufacture a car. I said, how is this man able to manufacture a car? This is somebody who has not done anything at all in the automobile industry. And then he tells us, I'm going to manufacture a car. Then we saw him with two young men. And they were talking about how the engine block looks like. So once in a while we go and pay him a visit. Then one day went there and the two young men he was working with on the engine block had left him and they were gone. And when they were going, one of them said, those of us who can help Apostle to do just the engine block, we are the ones going. We'll see how we do the engine block. Then the subsequent month, he gathered people who do aluminium pans and aluminium utensils and those things. In fact, in our country, we say that is same. Or more, that is same. So he called them and told them that we are going to manufacture the engine. Then they told him point blank, Daddy, let's tell the truth. Yeah, to me, engine block. We have no idea at all about any engine block. But he encouraged them, don't worry, we'll do it. So he started training these people. And then the following year was 1996, when Ghana was going to have an international trade fair. So he told them that he was going to take not just an engine block, but a complete engine that works to the trade fair. Then that even demoralized them. That, look, even the engine block, we are contemplating how you are going to take us through. Then you add the cylinder head with all the connections and the complete engine. C'est pas possible. It will not work. It's impossible. But he kept encouraging them. So he managed finally to take them through the processes, and they managed to manufacture the engine block and the cylinder head and did all the connections. So it was left with the starting of the engine. You know, when you have done everything, you have to make sure it works. So I remember that very day was the last day we were supposed to go to the trade fair. And I was one of the exhibition directors of the fair. So I went to him and told him, Daddy, we should be at the trade fair latest by 4 p.m. with everything. So don't worry. The engine number go. Then we started looking at it. From 9 a.m., they brought all manner of people to come and help so that the engine will start and then take it to the trade fair. 3 p.m., the engine was still not working. We were all there. Then the old man would be going up and down. That time he was very young. Then 4 p.m., then I approached him again. Now, the time they gave us is up. So maybe we have to leave the engine and then it's wait. We'll take the engine there. Then he brought these auto mechanics and all those people to come and help. They tried the engine, still was not starting. Then all of a sudden he told us, look, I am going to climb the staircase. When I get there, I will start counting. 1, 2, 3. When it gets to 3, you start the engine. It will work. Then I quickly went to him and said, Dad, one kasa ujina, I knew you. Now, baby, I won't quit. And I didn't bet you so. You are here yourself. Trying everything, it's not working. But when you are going to climb the staircase and go to your room, how would that thing respond? You wait. So he got there and then he yelled in key, Medru ho, I am there. Then he said we should all count. Then he started 1, 2, 3, and they started the engine and it worked. And the engine started. And there was uproar and excitement, and we started packing everything, and we went to the trade fair. So this is a man who has got very different things. Let me maybe say this last one and then sit down, because if you allow me, it may take the whole day. Lawyers, when they go to court, we go with what we call brief. And brief, those of you who understand English very well, brief means short. And the brief is the submission we make to the judge. And when a lawyer rises up and says he is going to give a brief remark, you better take the mic from him, because they are noted for trying to explain almost everything with cases, references, legislations, and so on. This last one, and I will sit down so that nobody will come and take the mic from me. We bought rabbits from the University of Ghana Agric faculty, and then they gave us the history of the rabbits. We bought only 4. Then they told us that these rabbits, they can bring forth or reproduce their offsprings 3 times in a year. And the maximum that they can reproduce at a go, maximum 4. Normally 3. And so we went there, and the apostle bought 4. And appetition. Appetition. So for a pastor of the entire church recommending that we should go and look for somebody who can make appetition, we were taken aback. They said, you go and look for such a person. So I went to the Ashanti region and then consulted some of our pastors, and they said, we know somebody who knows how to distill appetition. So we brought a person. Then the person came, and then he started training him how to use herbs to produce medicine, to cure all manner of diseases that we say they are incurable. And the person has got hepatitis, whatever. To him, every disease is a disease, and every disease has got a cure. So he trained the young man for a little while, and then he started using the appetition process to distill the herbs. You put them in water and then cover them for some number of weeks, and then they will start the distillation process. And so the distilled water they will get, he will use this as infusion on the rabbits. That was the first time I saw rabbits being given infusion. What kind of process is this? I said, yes. I've told you they will bring forth 15, 16. You said no. You wait. So he used those infusions to give to all the rabbits. And then the herbs mixed with their food that they were giving to them. And lo and behold, when these rabbits brought forth for the first time, the minimum was 12. 15, 16, 15, 16, and then one gave birth to 12. So what? Within a short time, the whole place was flooded with rabbits. Then he told us, look, so we can use this for goats, for sheep, for cattle, and within a short time, we have a lot of animals. So don't say we can't do it. It can be done. So to him, there is solution to everything, every problem. So he's here in Ghana, not just as a pastor for Kristo Asafo. So you meet him, he does not see you as his church member. He sees everybody as part of the job or the reason why he's in Ghana and then Africa now. So he thinks solutions. He does not see any problem. It's unfortunate Ghanaians, people in authority, have still not understood him, though he has invited them severally to his programs. And we still see him as the pastor of Kristo Asafo. But he's not. God brought him here for a special program, a special purpose. And if I will continue, I have millions of stories about this man. And each of them, you can't understand how it was done. But this is Apostle Kwadwo Safo for you. And so today, he's got medicine for almost every disease. Every disease. I brought a doctor from Australia. He was born with hepatitis B. And when he grew up over there and they got to know later, they told him that this disease, you will never find a cure. Because you were born with it, you didn't know, you've grown up, it will kill you. Then he called me. I didn't know him. He called me and then he said that, I want you to take him to Apostle. For what? I said, look, I have a special case, so let's go. So I took him there. And then he narrated his story. The Apostle told him, don't worry, I'll give you medicine. And he had done a distillate. He has distilled another medicine he's named Immunity because it's for the immune system. And then he gave to this doctor. The viral load when he came was around 150,000. So high that there was no way this man could survive. But after Apostle had given him this herbal medicine for about 2 months, the Apostle told him, go and do your lab and bring it. He went, did the lab, and the viral load had dropped to 20,000. From 150,000 to 20,000. He continued, and as we speak now, the viral load is less than 1,000. As for his liver, is functioning as if he's never gotten hepatitis. And he told him, wait, can we have? So today, I bring you just some few stories about Apostle Kwadwo Safo, the emeritus professor. So I thank you for having ears for me. I've taken a lot of your time. I'm sure I've given you something to ponder about. I'm so grateful, Mr. Chairman. And Doc, once again, I salute you for writing so many books. Splendid job. We are here to listen to you so that we also start writing. We are impressed. Thank you.
Thank you, lawyer. A round of applause for lawyer. So during his speech, when he was talking about Apostle Kwadwo Safo, he said he's not only the